moving but got nothing to say. Yeah, lips are moving but got nothing to say. They don't want peace, they just wanna talk about it. They don't want peace, they just wanna talk about it.
Hello, America. Chris Van Nest again with the Dilly Dally Show, and we are back with more questions with Senator John McCain. Now, Senator, you've made quite a name for yourself with what you call the Straight Talk Express. Is that the real deal, or just one of those publicity gimmicks that politicians do?
Oh, good heavens, no. I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. I believe the American people want their political leaders to give them the unvarnished truth, even if it's not to their liking.
That takes guts, Senator. Good for you. But let's talk about taxes. That's a popular subject with the upcoming election. So, for you, you favor making the Bush tax cuts for the wealthiest 1% of Americans permanent. Is that right?
Right. As president, I will abolish all taxes on the wealthiest Americans.
All taxes. Why is that?
Chris, those super CEOs and high-flying hedge fund managers are leading American banking into new realms of wealth and innovation. They're the leaders of tomorrow. They're the creators of capital.
All right, so you're for releasing the genius of the American business titan, is that right?
That's right, Chris.
But right now, on the news, we're seeing food rioting around the globe. I mean, the Asians, they can't get rice. And the Mexicans, they can't get corn. And we're seeing elderly Americans going hungry in their homes. What about all those people?
Chris, it's a dog-eat-dog world. It's survival of the fittest. The new global economies will put people out of work temporarily, but it all will work out the best in the end.
Oh. All right, so you're saying that the poor aren't going to starve forever. Is that it?
Of course not. Besides, we have faith-based organizations providing soup kitchens. They can eat one meal a day and pray for deliverance at the same time.
Oh, that's great. That's like a 2-for-1 special there.
Yeah, soup is very nutritional. It fills you up. I eat a bowl of tomato soup every day.
You have vision, Senator, no doubt about it. But tell me, you're also for abolishing the tax on inherited wealth. Is that right?
You mean the death tax, Chris?
Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. The death tax.
I believe that if a man has spent his entire life amassing enormous amounts of wealth, why should some pencil-pushing government flunky come swooping down to carve out a huge piece of that fortune?
But, John, how do you plan on funding the government? Taxation itself is a time-honored and well-established principle of funding our country.
But it's not a fair tax, Chris. It drops a bomb on a family during their time of terrible grief and pain.
But why should a young man who's born into wealth, he didn't work for it, why should he inherit billions of dollars? Because he didn't actually go out there and earn that money.
I believe he did earn it. Look, suppose that George Soros, hedge fund manager, would have dropped dead tomorrow of a heart attack. Now, last year he earned, $3 billion?
$3 billion?
He works long hours, Chris. His son has led a very difficult life. His father was always at work, jet-setting around the globe, taking meetings on his cell phone. The kid was raised by a nanny. He never knew his father. And just when the father was willing to take some time off to get to know his son, he drops dead. What will soothe the son's damaged heart? What will help him find peace and serenity?
$3 billion?
It won't take him the whole way, but it's a start.
All right, so the Senate is all for limiting the inheritance, the death tax, right? But aren't all the senators pretty much millionaires? So isn't that sort of like just protecting their own kind?
Nothing wrong with that, Chris. Birds of a feather. I believe the Founding Fathers got a little bit wrong when they made the Senate elected body. I believe a Senate seat should be handed down from wealthy father to wealthy son, like England's House of Lords. Their system has served them well for hundreds of years.
John, I hate to break it to you, but England has pretty much abolished that whole system of inherited lordships.
That explains the decline of the empire.
All right, Senator. Well, Good luck in your campaign to save the billionaires from extinction. Say, John, I can't let you go without asking you one more question. Why the hell did you choose Sarah Palin? Isn't she a rabid, religious, right-wing reactionary, too extreme to be your vice president?
Are you kidding me, Chris? She's hot. I've always liked having hot women around me, ever since I was in the Naval Academy.
Okay, John, but the point is she qualified to be vice president if you, God forbid, drop over dead in office?
Chris, it's like this. When I had that one-to-one interview with Sarah, she brought me to my knees, which isn't easy because of my disabilities. And she took my upturned face and pressed it to her bosom. She led me to Jesus. I've seen the rapture, when the gates of hell open up and cover the earth with fire and brimstone. Sarah will lead me to heaven.
Okay, Senator, well, thanks for that eye-opening insight. I'm Chris Van Est for the Dilly Dally Show, shooting from the Bucks Pop Cafe in Brooklyn, New York, with music by 12-Hour Shift. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for another exciting episode. Peace out.
They'll make more long as there's money to be made.